Lost Judgment continues the Yakuza spin-off series, Judgment, by going to bolder themes, expanded side content, and more mechanics you could chew through. Here, it's mostly a reiteration and not a revolution like Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. The three basic fighting styles of Dragon, Crane, Snake, as well as a new boxing style, which is bizarrely part of DLC, are here for the meat of the game. The highlights of the original, detective mode, comes back with more additions such as a laser mic to listen in on conversations and sound sources, a dog that could sniff for crafting materials and could use for your main/side investigations, and of course the drone. We also have a new mode for parkour, which has Yagami climb various walls. There's a tension with the addition of a grip gauge that, once you run out, will make you fall and take damage. Last, and unfortunately the least, are the stealth segments, which are overly simplified and rely too much on trial and error. The stealth also has a narrow field of view for the player, and unfortunately helps obscure the enemies. This is a bit of a blemish on an otherwise worthwhile suite of open world and gameplay mechanics. It takes most players about 30 hours to go through the mainline quest, but there's a lot of side content, just like any other Ryoga Gotoku game. The graphics are great, as they were in Yakuza 7, thanks to the Dragon engine. When running on PS5 and series consoles, it runs at a mostly locked 60 frames per second. You can also select fidelity mode, but I recommend keeping it on performance, just for increased responsiveness for the controls. The art style goes for a hyper-realistic look, which is helped sold by some excellent facial capture and motion capture for the action-packed cutscenes. Voice acting is top-notch in either a dub or in the Japanese original. In the English version, Greg Chun returns as the main character Yagami, as well as veteran voice actor Christian Freeman as his sidekick Kaito. The rest of the cast is with the talents such as River Vitae, Kira Buckland, and Stephanie Shea round up the excellent English localization. Extra content can be bought with the season pass at $34.99, as well as a smaller enhancement for $4.99 a piece, which is bizarre for this day and age. Let's hope the larger DLC can be bought at a separate lower price. It's slated for a quarter 2 2021 release, and we'll probably have a review when it shortly comes out. The story is set 2 years after the original Judgment and a year after the events of Yakuza 7, where the Tojo clan has been disbanded. It starts with Yagami and Kaito helping out the Yokohama 99, a startup detective agency by his partners Fumiko Sugiyuda and Makoto Tsukumo, investigate instances of bullying at Seiryo High School, a private academy in Yokohama that has had its share of bad publicity. When high school is investigated, a sexual battery case involving a police officer harassing women at a train station in Tokyo. It does sound unrelated, but these two seemingly unrelated crimes relate to each other, and with erupts, it goes all the way up to the high echelons of the Japanese government. The game's plot revolves around bullying, which is a common issue in Japanese schools, vigilantism, and answering in question, what is justice? Lost Judgment deals with it with a mature tone, but also has humorous parts, as usual, thanks to the side quests, which are numerous and mostly set in the high school. These range from skateboarding to helping the school's fledgling robotics team. This allows you to connect with the kids, as well as have more of a focus on minor characters which go through their own arcs as you progress through them. It also helps with quest design, as it is a more concentrated and less scattered hub to explore. Now, onto the conclusion. Overall, Lost Judgment is a worthy sequel to the original Judgment, and adds enough to make it a worthwhile getting now. There are minor gripes such as the questionable DLC pricing and the simplistic stealth system, but you can't go wrong with this venerable spinoff.